Welcome to our deep dive, and today it looks like we're tackling the founding of Constantinople.
Oh, yeah. Fascinating one.
Yeah, it seems like our listener wants to get beyond just the dates and names
Yeah.
to like really uncover the strategic genius
Mhm.
behind this city that thrived for over a millennium.
Wow.
So we're going to kind of explore like how its location transformed it into like this unbreachable fortress,
Right.
but also this global trade hub.
Uh-huh.
And we'll see what lessons it holds for building anything to last.
It's interesting. We often think of cities as just sort of these fixed points on a map.
Right.
But Constantinople's founding really reminds us that they can be incredibly dynamic
Yeah.
and strategic creations.
Right. It wasn't just about picking a spot and hoping for the best.
No, no.
Emperor Constantine was dealing with a Roman Empire that was
Right.
in crisis in the 4th century CE.
Yeah.
We're talking barbarian invasions,
Yeah.
a shaky economy, political
A
turmoil.
lot going on.
A fresh start was desperately needed.
Yeah, they needed a clean slate.
Yeah.
He realized that Rome, with its sprawling size and vulnerability, was no longer suitable.
As the center of power.
He was the center of power, yeah.
Yeah.
He needed a location that could offer both security and opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's where Byzantium came into the picture.
Okay.
Strategically located on the Bosphorus Strait.
So instead of like trying to fix this like crumbling system,
Exactly.
he decides to like totally make a bold move
Yeah.
and like relocate the heart of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
It's like realizing your business needs to pivot to survive.
Yeah, big time.
Sometimes a fresh start is the smartest move
Absolutely.
for growth and stability.
Now, Byzantium wasn't just any city.
Right.
It held this very unique geographical advantage.
Okay.
It controlled that vital waterway
Uh-huh.
connecting the Black Sea to the Mediterranean.
Oh, wow.
So this gave Constantinople a chokehold on trade routes
Wow.
between Europe and Asia, putting it in a prime position to dominate the flow of goods.
And amass incredible wealth. This Goldilocks location wasn't just about trade, though.
Oh, right.
Right. We've got this city surrounded by water on 3 sides,
Uh-huh.
and it boasts this legendary triple-layered wall system.
Yeah.
Constantinople was basically impenetrable.
It was a fortress,
A fortress designed to repel any attacker.
Those Theodosian walls were a marvel of engineering.
Yeah.
They had this complex system of moats,
Yeah.
towers, layers of defenses.
Okay.
It's impressive how they used each layer for a specific purpose.
Oh, really?
The outermost wall was designed to slow down enemy charges,
Okay.
while the middle wall, reinforced with towers, provided a platform for archers.
Okay.
And behind it all stood the massive inner wall,
The last line of defense.
the last line of defense, yeah,
Wow.
meant to break any remaining assault.
It wasn't just about keeping people out, either.
Right.
The design also took into account the city's ability to withstand lengthy sieges.
Uh-huh.
They had secret passages, hidden compartments for supplies.
Yeah.
They really thought of everything
They're thinking ahead.
to ensure that Constantinople could hold out
Yeah,
until reinforcements arrived.
they had to.
This forward-thinking approach to defense was really key to the city's resilience
It was.
and its ability to survive for centuries.
Yeah.
Constantinople's strength didn't solely rely on its impressive defenses, though.
Right.
Constantine also invested
Yeah.
heavily in infrastructure.
Yes.
He understood that a thriving city needed more than just walls.
More than just walls, yeah.
He oversaw the construction of aqueducts to bring in fresh water,
Uh-huh.
roads to facilitate trade and movement,
Right.
and grand public buildings.
Like the Hagia Sophia,
Yeah.
a symbol of the city's ambition and grandeur.
These investments weren't just about aesthetics. They
Yeah.
were about setting the city up
Yeah.
for long-term prosperity.
Right.
The aqueducts, for example, weren't just functional.
No.
They were works of art,
Beautiful.
showcasing Roman engineering prowess. And the Hagia Sophia,
Yes.
with its massive dome and intricate mosaics,
Incredible.
became a symbol of Constantinople's power and its role as a center of Christianity.
Yeah, it really did.
These grand projects weren't just expenses.
No.
They were investments in the city's future,
Exactly.
drawing in people and resources.
You can really see the parallel to modern urban planning.
Yeah.
Investing in quality infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's public transportation, green spaces, or sustainable energy solutions.
Yeah.
It's not just a cost.
Right.
It's the foundation for a thriving, resilient community, just like those aqueducts.
Yeah.
Ensured a constant flow of water to Constantinople.
Uh-huh.
Smart infrastructure investments today
Yeah.
can ensure a flow of resources, opportunities, and innovation
For future generations. So
Exactly.
we've got a strategically located city
Yeah.
with top-notch defenses and a booming economy,
Yeah.
all thanks to smart planning and bold investment.
It all comes together.
But there's another fascinating layer
Right.
to Constantinople's success
Yes.
that we need to explore.
Okay.
Its role as a global trade hub.
Of course.
Remember how its location gave it control over those vital waterways
Yeah.
connecting east and west?
Constantinople became the linchpin of Eurasian trade,
Wow.
controlling the flow of goods like silk,
Wow.
spices, and precious metals.
Merchants from all corners of the world flocked to its bustling markets,
They did.
bringing with them not just wealth,
Right?
but new ideas,
Yeah.
technologies, and cultural influence.
Their melting pot.
It's like the city was this incredible melting pot,
Yeah.
constantly buzzing with energy and innovation.
Uh-huh.
Think of all the vibrant cultural exchanges and technological advancements that must have happened there,
It's hard to imagine.
driven by the flow of people and goods from all over the known world.
And this influx of diverse people and cultures
Yeah.
wasn't just a byproduct of trade.
Right.
It was something that Constantine actively encouraged.
No, it's...
He understood that a city's strength
Yeah.
lies in its diversity
Mhm.
and its ability to attract and retain talent.
Yeah.
This approach resonates even today
Right.
as cities and companies that embrace diversity and create inclusive environments are often the most innovative and successful.
So we see how Constantinople's strategic location and investments in infrastructure
Yes.
made it an economic powerhouse.
Yeah.
But there's another crucial piece to this puzzle that we need to delve into.
Right.
The deliberate cultivation of a brand,
Oh, interesting.
an identity that went beyond just being the new Rome.
This is where Constantine's vision really shines.
Yeah.
He didn't just want to build a new capital. He wanted to create a legacy,
Okay.
a symbol of Christian ideals that would rival and ultimately surpass the glory of Rome.
He poured resources into building grand churches,
He did.
promoting religious art and scholarship,
Huh?
and establishing Constantinople as the center of the Eastern Christian world. This deliberate cultivation of a spiritual and cultural identity was key to the city's longevity.
Absolutely.
It's like he understood the power of a brand,
Yeah.
of creating a narrative that resonates with people and
Right.
gives them a sense of belonging.
It's that identity.
He wasn't just building a city,
No.
he was building an idea.
An idea, right?
A vision of a Christian empire that would shape the world for centuries to come.
And this brand, this image of Constantinople as a bastion of Christianity, wasn't just for show.
Right.
It played a crucial role in attracting people,
Yeah.
fostering a sense of unity,
Okay.
and inspiring loyalty.
So like a strong brand today can attract customers and build a loyal following.
Exactly.
Constantinople's carefully cultivated identity
Yeah.
helped it to thrive even in times of turmoil and change.
It gave them something to believe in.
So we've seen how strategic location, robust defenses, a thriving economy, and a carefully cultivated cultural identity
Right.
all played a role in Constantinople's rise to prominence.
It all fits together.
But we've only just scratched the surface
Oh, yeah.
of this
Yeah.
fascinating city story.
Indeed.
Welcome back. Now, those Theodosian walls we mentioned,
Uh-huh.
they weren't just some hastily thrown up barrier.
Oh, no.
They were a masterpiece
Yeah.
of engineering.
They were incredible.
Like a testament to how the Byzantines blended strategic thinking
Right.
with like cutting edge technology.
Yeah, you think about it.
Yeah.
These walls were built in the 5th century,
Yeah.
and they stood for over 1,000 years,
Wow.
repelling countless attacks.
Yeah.
That's a level of resilience we rarely see.
In modern construction.
These days, yeah.
Okay, so let's like break down
Okay.
what made them so special.
Yeah,
We know they were triple layered,
right.
but how did that actually work?
So each layer had a specific purpose,
Oh.
working together like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
The outermost wall,
Yeah.
lower to the ground, was designed to break up the initial charge
Okay.
of an enemy army.
So like the first wave.
Yeah, the first wave.
Okay.
It forced attackers to slow down,
Uh-huh.
making them vulnerable to arrows and projectiles.
Right. It's like a medieval version of
Yeah.
overlapping fields of fire.
Exactly.
Each layer weakens the enemy,
Right.
making them easier to pick off
Yeah.
before they even reach the main defenses.
And then
Yeah.
behind these two layers stood the inner wall,
Okay.
the tallest and thickest of the three.
That was like the final imposing barrier.
Exactly.
Wow.
Designed to withstand even the most determined assault.
So it wasn't just brute strength. It was about using different layers and tactics.
Different layers, right?
Yeah, to create a truly impenetrable defense.
It's amazing they were able to do that.
Yeah, no wonder they called it the triple-layered wall system.
And there's more.
Okay.
The walls were also surrounded by a wide moat,
Okay.
further hindering any attempt to approach them. But the brilliance of the design goes beyond just physical barriers.
That's right.
The architects also incorporated secret passages
Okay.
and hidden compartments for supplies.
So even if an enemy managed to breach the outer layers, the defenders could still move troops and resources around unseen
Exactly.
and hold out for as long as needed.
Yeah, they were smart.
It's this combination of strategic thinking,
Right.
innovative design, and attention to detail
All of it.
that made the Theodosian walls such a formidable defense.
Really impressive.
They weren't just a static barrier.
No.
They were a dynamic system designed to adapt.
And respond.
Yeah, and respond to any threat.
It makes you wonder
Yeah.
how many cities today could withstand a siege
Right.
like the ones Constantinople faced.
Those walls weren't just about bricks and mortar.
No, they weren't.
They were a testament to the city's commitment.
To survival.
Yeah, to outlasting any challenge thrown at them.
And that commitment wasn't just limited to defense. Remember, Constantinople was also a major trade hub.
Right.
Its location on the Bosporus made it a natural gateway.
Between East and West.
Exactly.
Right. We talked about how it controlled the flow of silk,
Right.
spices, and precious metals.
Yeah.
But what did that actually look like
Yeah.
on the ground?
Like, what were the markets like?
Yeah.
Imagine a bustling waterfront,
Okay.
packed with ships from every corner of the Mediterranean and beyond.
Wow.
You'd have merchants from India unloading spices,
Okay.
traders from China arriving with silk,
Uh-huh.
and caravans from Persia bringing in precious stones and carpets.
So it must have been an assault on the senses.
Oh, yeah.
Like a constant whirlwind of activity and commerce.
A lot going on.
It's no wonder they called Constantinople the city that never sleeps.
And this constant flow of trade
Yeah.
wasn't just about material wealth.
Right.
It also brought with it a vibrant exchange
Of ideas.
of ideas
technologies.
and cultural practices. Craftsmen from different lands would share their techniques.
Okay.
Scholars would debate philosophy and science,
Okay.
and new technologies would spread rapidly.
So it was like a giant incubator
Yeah.
for innovation, driven by this constant flow
Of people
of people and ideas.
from diverse cultures.
Think about how the printing press,
Right.
invented in China,
Yeah.
eventually made its way to Europe
Yeah.
through trade routes that passed through Constantinople,
Exactly.
or how Byzantine architects blended Roman engineering
Yeah.
with Eastern influences
Right.
to create stunning structures like the Hagia Sophia.
It's fascinating how these cultural and technological exchanges
Yeah.
help shape the course of history.
Constantinople wasn't just a marketplace.
Oh.
It was a melting pot
Uh-huh.
where ideas collided,
Yeah.
sparked and ignited new possibilities.
And this melting pot
Yeah,
wasn't just a happy accident.
right.
It was something that the Byzantine emperors
Actively encouraged.
actively encouraged.
They understood that diversity was a source of strength,
It was.
and they created policies that welcomed foreigners,
Right.
protected religious minorities, and
Yeah.
promoted trade.
It was very forward-thinking
So it wasn't just about building walls
to keep people out.
to keep people out.
Right.
It was also about opening doors
Exactly.
to welcome new people and ideas.
And opportunities.
And opportunities, yeah.
Exactly.
It's a reminder that true strength comes not from isolation,
Right.
but from embracing the richness and diversity
Of the world around us.
of the world around us, yeah.
Now all this trade and cultural exchange
Yeah.
must have created immense wealth.
Yeah. How did the Byzantines manage that wealth?
Right.
How did they maintain such a thriving economy
Yeah.
for centuries?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it leads us to another fascinating aspect of Constantinople.
Okay.
Its sophisticated financial system.
So we talked about the Theodosian walls and the bustling markets and all this flow of goods and ideas that made Constantinople this global hub.
Right. All those pieces.
But what about the money?
Hmm.
How do they manage all that wealth and keep the economy like humming for so long?
The Byzantines were incredibly savvy
Okay.
when it came to finances.
Yeah.
They had this sophisticated system of coinage,
Uh-huh.
taxation, and banking that was centuries ahead of its time.
Wow.
Their gold coin, the solidus,
Yeah.
was renowned for its purity and stability,
Okay.
becoming the standard currency for international trade
Wow.
for centuries.
It's like the ancient world's version of
Yeah,
US dollar. So
exactly.
they had a strong currency.
Yeah.
But how did they ensure a steady flow of revenue? Did they
Mhm.
tax those bustling markets we talked about?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The Byzantines had a well-structured tax system
Okay.
that drew revenue from various sources like trade tariffs, property
Oh,
taxes,
okay.
and even inheritance taxes.
Wow. So death taxes.
Yeah, they were thinking ahead,
Wow.
but they were smart about it.
Okay.
They understood that overtaxing could stifle economic activity.
Mm-hmm.
So they tried to maintain a balance
Right.
between generating revenue
Yeah.
and encouraging growth.
That's a lesson that's still relevant today.
It is.
Finding that sweet spot between taxation and economic growth is a challenge
It's a tough one.
for governments all over the world.
And it wasn't just about collecting taxes.
Okay.
The Byzantines also invested heavily in public works
Okay.
and social welfare programs.
So they had a social safety net.
They did.
Okay.
They built hospitals, orphanages,
Okay.
and even provided grain subsidies to the poor.
So they were thinking long term.
They were.
They recognized that investing in their people
Mm-hmm.
and their infrastructure was essential for sustained economic prosperity.
Exactly.
And let's not forget about the role of the church.
Oh, right.
The church in Constantinople wasn't just like a spiritual authority.
Mhm.
It was also a major economic player.
It was a big player.
It owned vast tracts of land, controlled numerous businesses,
Right?
and played a key role in charitable work.
It had a lot of power.
This economic power gave the church
Yeah.
significant influence,
Mm-hmm.
often acting as a stabilizing force during times of political turmoil.
It's interesting how intertwined the religious and economic aspects
Yeah.
of Byzantine society were.
It wasn't just about accumulating wealth.
Right.
It was about using that wealth to
Mm.
support the community,
Yeah.
to maintain stability,
Mhm.
and to promote the faith.
Exactly.
And this brings us to a crucial point.
Okay.
Constantinople wasn't just a successful city.
Uh-huh.
It was a resilient one.
It was.
It faced countless challenges over the centuries.
It did?
Sieges, plagues, fires,
Yeah.
internal rebellions, you name it.
All of it.
But each time it managed to bounce back, rebuild,
Yeah.
and reemerge stronger than before.
They always came back.
What was it about Constantinople?
That allowed it to, overcome these challenges.
Yes. What was that secret sauce?
Was it just the walls, the wealth?
Yeah.
Or was there something more?
I think a key element was the city's ability to adapt.
Okay.
The Byzantines were pragmatists.
Okay.
They weren't afraid to change tactics,
Okay.
adopt new technologies,
Yeah.
or even make compromises.
When necessary.
Yeah, when they had to.
So they were flexible,
Yeah.
willing to learn from their mistakes
Mm-hmm.
and adjust their strategies to meet new challenges.
Exactly.
It's a valuable lesson
It is.
for anyone.
Whether you're running a city, a business,
Right.
or just navigating life's ups and downs.
And this adaptability wasn't just limited to practical matters.
No.
It also extended to their culture
Uh-huh.
and their worldview.
The Byzantines were a diverse people,
Yeah.
drawing influences from East and West,
Okay.
blending Roman traditions with Greek culture,
Mm-hmm.
Christian beliefs with pagan customs.
This cultural fluidity.
Yeah. Allowed them to absorb new ideas,
Right.
integrate different perspectives,
Yeah.
and constantly reinvent themselves.
They were always evolving.
It's like they had this inherent understanding that change is inevitable
It is.
and that embracing change rather than resisting it
Right.
is the key to survival.
And this brings us back to the question we posed earlier.
Yeah. Could there be a new Constantinople?
A new Constantinople, right?
Emerging today.
A city that embodies those same principles
Yeah.
of strategic location,
Mm.
resilience.
And cultural significance.
It's a fascinating question to ponder.
What city today has the potential to become a global hub,
Yeah.
a center of innovation?
A beacon of cultural exchange.
It's not about finding an exact replica of Constantinople.
Right.
The world has changed,
It has.
and the challenges we face are different.
But the principles that made Constantinople successful,
Yeah.
strategic thinking,
Yeah.
investment in infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
a commitment to diversity and inclusion,
Yeah.
and an ability to adapt and evolve.
These are timeless principles
Yeah.
that can guide us as we build the cities of the future.
And as we've seen, these principles aren't just relevant for urban planning.
Right.
They can be applied to any endeavor,
Right.
that seeks to create something lasting and impactful.
So as you continue to explore the world around you,
Yeah.
consider these lessons from Constantinople.
Mm-hmm.
Look for the cities, the organizations, the
Yeah.
individuals who are embracing these principles.
The ones building for the future.
The ones who are building for the future.
And leaving a positive legacy for generations to come.
That's a great takeaway.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
into the world of Constantinople.
It's a city that continues to fascinate and inspire,
It does.
offering valuable lessons for anyone who seeks to create
Something truly remarkable.
something truly remarkable